Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to script two different types of lamps in Roblox Studio. So for the first one, you walk up to it and you can directly interact with it, turning it on and off. And for the second type of lamp, it's slightly more advanced. So instead of walking up to the lamp here, you walk up to the light switch, and with that you can turn it on and off. So now let's dive in and start scripting. For starters, we'll open up Roblox Studio and choose a base plate. Alternatively, this can also be your game if you're already implementing this into a game. Now let me make a quick light model. So we've got a rudimentary lamp here, and if you're following along, you want to choose the light part in your lamp. So for me it would be this part. This is the part I want it to light up. And let's just name it light. And additionally, if you want another part to have the proximity prompt than the light itself, then you can name that part the switch, for example. And now let's just insert a script into our lamp model. And for the switch part, we'll add a proximity prompt. And let's actually put the script into the switch part. Now within the script, we'll just define where it is and what the switch is and what the light part is. Right, I forgot about this, but within the light part, you'll want to add a point light, and then you can adjust it accordingly. So for brightness, I'll do 5, and for range, I might as well do 12. And as you can see, this is what your lamp will look like once it's turned on. But for now, I'll turn off the enabled, so that it won't be on when the players first join. And now we can just do the switch dot proximity prompt, because the proximity prompt is within the switch, and then triggered. We'll connect it to a function where we'll see if the light has been enabled or whether it's enabled or not, and then we'll act accordingly. So if light dot point light, so within the light we have a point light, dot enabled equals false. Sorry, if it is false, then we'll want to do light dot point light dot enabled and put it on true. Else we know that the light is enabled, and for that we'll turn it off. So light dot point light dot enabled, and it's off. Now let's check if it works. So walk up to it, and as you can see, it turns on. Oh, I'm sorry, you want to turn it off. And now, as you can see, you can interact with it to turn it on and off. And that's the basic lamp done. Now, if you'd like to modify the lamp, so if you want the players to be really close to the lamp to turn it on, you can change the max activation distance here within the proximity prompt properties. So for the players to be really close, you could have 5, or if you want pretty much anyone from anywhere to have the ability to turn it on and off, then you could do 500. But I'll stick with 10. You can also change the key code. You can change the exclusivity. So if that prompt should only be shown to one player at a time, or everyone, etc. And it can also be clickable so that iPad players can use it. And what else? Requires line of sight. This is an interesting one, but basically you have to be able to see the block fully, or a part of it, a specific part of it, to be able to interact with it. So this might be good if you have, when you want a wall in between, so you don't want anyone from another room to be able to access it. And that is about it. Now I want to show you how to make the light switch, so that LED light that I just demonstrated. So let me just create one real quick. Right, so we've got our model ready here. And now let's just name the light part. Since it's an LED light, we can call it exactly that. And for the switch, just not to confuse it with the other one, although there's no chance since they're in different models. But for clarity's sake, let's call this LED light LED switch. And now within the LED switch, once again, we'll add the proximity prompt. And as previously, you're free to alter any of these, but make sure that requires line of sight is turned off, because sometimes it does funny stuff. And for example, if your light switch is slightly indented within the wall, you might not be able to use it as intended. And now within the light, we'll actually no, within that switch, we'll add a script. Right. And here we'll do the same as we did in the previous script. So we'll define, oh, my bad. Here, let's do the surface light this time. And now within the surface light, we want to alter what the front is. So right now it thinks we want to have the light go that way. Let me just, for clarity's sake, change the color and add some brightness. So as you can see, the light is going towards our right here, towards the switch, but we don't want that. We want it to go this way. So for that, we'll change the properties here. It says within the surface light, face. And we want it to face to the right, so whichever is the right direction for you. And now let's just enable it for now. And now within the script that we created, if you have two open, you might want to name this LED script. just for clarity's sake. And within the LED script, we'll once again define the light and also the switch. Oh, I almost forgot. You might want to group the light and the light switch. You don't have to, but it makes the code simpler. For now, I won't, but if you want to follow the last one's code, so you want to get the switch directly, and you don't want to go into workspace to look for it, then you might as well group them. But now, I guess we'll have to do games game.workspace.led light. And in fact, we can also get the surface light directly. Actually, no, let's not do that. And now we'll check if the proximity prompt is triggered. So switch dot proximity prompt and triggered. And when it is triggered, we'll do this function here. And for this, we'll do the light. Actually, once again, we'll check if the light is enabled. So if so if the surface light within the light, as you can see here, is enabled, then so this is the case if it's enabled. We want to turn it off, so we'll do and we'll set it to false. Else, we know that the light is not enabled because it didn't run this first condition, and then we'll turn on the light. So we'll do light, we'll do the same thing, but this time we'll turn it on true. And now let's just check that it works. Which, yes, it does work. And now, just for aesthetics, we might also want to turn the lamp the same color as the LED light when it's on. So for that, we know that here it's false. So we can just keep the color the same. But let's first do the true so we know the difference. So we'll do the light dot brick color, and we'll set it to brick color dot new. And now we can choose a color. I want a green because our color is a green. Actually, I'm not sure which one it is here. I'll just guess that blue green. And then when the light is turned off, we want it to be gray or white or whatever it was. So we can just insert the same script here, but now we can do some sort of white. Lily white should be fine. And now let's check. Okay, the color is up, but as you can see, it changes. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned how to do this and was successfully able to implement both these lamps. Thank you, and if this was helpful, consider subscribing.